if I have a diagonal to this square and I add it to the radius of this quarter circle, we will have the diameter of this bigger square. We can get our length of the shape, our length of the square. That's what we're going to do. Now, if we bring out this shape, it's going to give us a small square. You know that the length of this small square is going to be r, because r is here, r will be the length here, r will be the length here, and r will be the length here. So the length of this small square is going to be r, and r is equal to what? The square root of 2. This length here is also square root of 2. Now the diameter now, that's it. So the diagonal. How do you get the diagonal? The diagonal is gotten from the formula 2a squared is equal to the diagonal squared. So 2 times a squared is square root of 2, that's 4, is equal to d squared. So this is going to be 4, 4 is equal to d squared, square root of both sides, d is equal to 2. So this diagonal here is equal to 2. Now remember what I told you, that the moment we get the diagonal of this square, you can add it to the radius of this quarter circle. We know that the radius of that quarter circle is r, and the length of this diagonal is 2. So this bigger diagonal is going to equal to r plus 2. But r, when you know r is equal to 2. So this big diagonal, let's call the diagonal d2. d2 is equal to 4, because big R is 2 already. So since we know that d2 is equal to 4, we can also use that same formula I showed you, that 2a squared is equal to d squared. In this case, our a is the length of this square, so that will be 2l squared is equal to d2 squared. We're looking for l, we already know that d2 is equal to 4, so 4 squared is equal to 2l squared. L squared is equal to 4 squared, that's 16, 16 divided by 2, that's 8. L squared is equal to 8. Square root both sides, you have that L is equal to square root of 8. So if you have the square root of 8, square root of 8 is equal to square root of 4 times 2. So this can be separated as square root of 4 times square root of 2. You have that square root of 4 is already 2, so that is just going to give you 2 times square root of 2, which simplifies down to 2 root 2. So your length is equal to 2 root 2. L is equal to 2 root 2. Let me tell you how you solve this question, and I hope you learned something today. Thank you for your time.
Okay, L is equal to 2 root 2. So the distance from here to here is 2 root 2. But then I noticed that, okay, if this L is equal to root 2, and we have that the radius of this small r was root 2, it means that the other length here was root 2. That means this square that we had here, that we got here, is actually a quarter of this bigger square. This square that is here is actually going to be the same square that will be formed here. It's going to be the same square that will be formed here and the same square that will be formed here. That would have been easier to actually solve for L. That means we could just say that L is equal to 2 small r. But I didn't actually know that L was equal to 2 small r. But at least now we know to be easier to have just used this L is equal to 2 small r. That means L is going to equal to 2 times the length of this radius. But I didn't know. But at least now, we could use this shorter form. L is equal to 2 square. Instead of finding diagonal, instead of trying to find diagonal of this small square, after that you now add it to this. Then now, and you can just use this L equals to 2 small r. But yeah, basically L is still equal to 2, whichever method you want to. But the reason why I followed that long method, because I was not 100% sure that it was going to give us this square. But at least now we are 100% sure. Yeah.